Deep beneath the sun-kissed waves, in a world painted in 1,000 shades of gentle blue, there was a secret garden of coral. And in this quiet, shimmering garden lived a very tiny seahorse named Sora. His home was a forest of soft, swaying sea fans, a safe and peaceful corner of the vast ocean. He was smaller than the pearly seashells that decorated the sandy floor, no bigger than your little finger. His skin shimmered with the softest colors of a sunrise, and he moved with a grace quieter than the gentlest ripple of the tide. Sora was a creature of stillness and silence, a tiny, precious secret held by the sea. But Sora was also very shy. While others zipped and zoomed through the open water, he preferred the comfort of his coral home. From his favorite hiding spot, he would watch the bustling life of the reef unfold. Every day he watched the cheerful clownfish, like little bursts of orange sunshine, darting in and out of the anemones, playing tag amongst their waving tentacles. Far above, he could sometimes see the sleek silver shapes of the dolphins. They would leap joyfully into the air, their happy clicks and whistles echoing faintly down into the deep. And then there were the wise sea turtles. They floated by with ancient grace, their flippers moving in slow, deliberate strokes, like gentle clouds drifting across an endless blue sky. Watching them all, a small sigh would escape Sora. He would curl his delicate tail a little tighter around his coral branch and whisper to the water, "They are all so bright and brave. I am just too small to be seen, and my voice is too quiet to be heard. Who would ever notice me?" And so, while the reef buzzed with joyful sounds, Sora would stay perfectly still, a tiny, hidden jewel in the heart of the coral. The coral was his truest friend. It never told him to be louder or faster. It simply held him gently, its sturdy branches a constant, comforting embrace. He watched friendly starfish slowly stretch their arms in a lazy wave. He saw busy crabs scuttling sideways on important errands. They would nod to him, and he would nod back, but he always stayed quiet. One evening, as the sun began its slow descent, the light in the water softened, turning from bright blue to a warm, sleepy gold. A deep, peaceful hush fell over the ocean, a quiet that felt even deeper than Sora's own. One moment, the reef was a playground of light and color. Then a hush fell. The fish stopped their joyful games of tag. The wise old sea turtles tucked in their fins, sensing a change in the ocean's breath. Even the sleek dolphins swam low and slow, their happy clicks fading into a quiet hum. A storm was coming. High above, the sky darkened, painting the water in shades of gray. The sunlight that usually danced on the sand faded. The waves, once a gentle cradle, grew heavy and strong. The ocean's gentle pulse turned into a wild, unpredictable beat. Invisible currents, now strong as rivers, pushed and pulled at everything. They swirled through the seagrass, scattering the tiny fish like fallen leaves. It was hard to swim, hard to see, and even harder to stay together.
"We don't know where to hide!"
The baby sea turtles spun in dizzying circles, their little flippers paddling against the confusing water. Even the clownfish, usually so brave, darted about in panic, their bright stripes a blur of fear. The sandy ocean floor was no longer safe. The only shelter was the great coral reef, a strong and ancient city. But its entrance was narrow, and the current rushed past like a waterfall, making it dangerous to approach. Sora trembled. He wanted to hide too. His heart fluttered like a bubble rising to the surface. He felt so small. But as he wrapped his tail around a piece of sea kelp to steady himself, he felt its strength. A thought shimmered. My tail can hold on tight. Tighter than anyone else's.
Follow me.
At first, no one moved. They were too scared, caught in the storm's grip. They just stared at the little seahorse, wondering how he could possibly help.
The wise old starfish, who had seen many storms, spoke with a calm voice. "Sora knows the coral best," he said. "He may be small, but his heart knows every secret pathway. Trust him." At first, the other fish hesitated, their fins fluttering with worry. A family of turtles huddled closer together.
But seeing the quiet confidence in Sora's eyes, they began to move. Slowly, one by one, a beautiful, shimmering line of fish, turtles, and shrimps formed behind the little seahorse, a rainbow of hope against the darkening water. The journey was not easy. The current pushed and tugged, trying to pull them away from the reef. but Sora was determined. His tiny tail, surprisingly strong, wrapped tightly around the coral branches. He would hold fast, wait for the strongest surge to pass, and then lead them forward, inch by inch.
Hold on, just a little further.
Suddenly, a little shrimp lost its grip on a piece of seaweed, tumbling helplessly in the current. Before it could be swept away, Sora's tail unfurled, quick and gentle, scooping the little creature up and placing it safely back among its family. A moment later, a baby turtle, tired from the long swim, began to drift from its mother. Sora noticed immediately. He maneuvered close and used his body to shield the little one from the current, nudging it gently back to its mother's side, who blinked her big, slow eyes in gratitude. Finally, Sora led them to an opening hidden behind a curtain of sea kelp. Piece by piece, the Shy Seahorse guided all his friends through the entrance. They had arrived. They were safe inside the glowing coral cave, sheltered from the storm's fury. The light came from tiny sparkling organisms on the cave walls, pulsing with a soft, warm glow. Inside, it was perfectly still. The storm's roar was just a distant hum. The coral itself seemed to sing softly, a gentle vibration, and silvery bubbles rose from the sandy floor like whispered lullabies. When the storm finally passed, the ocean sparkled again. The sun's rays danced through the water like golden ribbons. The sea creatures swam out from the cave, safe and joyful into the bright, clean water.
Thank you, Sora.
You saved us.
Your courage is a quiet river, but it runs deeper and stronger than the loudest waves.
Sora blinked, shy as always, his cheeks flushing a soft coral pink. But inside, a warm, steady light had been kindled. It was the feeling of knowing he had made a difference. From that day on, Sora swam proudly among his friends. He still loved the quiet, hidden places of the reef, and he still wrapped his tail around a coral branch when he felt shy. But he no longer tried to hide. And now, whenever the ocean grew dark or the waves grew wild, a comforting whisper would travel through the reef from one friend to another. Don't worry, the Shy Little Seahorse will guide us. And Sora would smile softly, his own small light glowing from within, knowing that even the quietest heart can hold the greatest courage. Now, the sea grows calm and quiet. The waves rock the world gently, back and forth. The creatures of the deep ocean close their eyes and drift into sweet dreams. And just like Sora, you too can rest peacefully tonight, knowing you are safe and strong. Good night, little dreamer.